Welcome to the Emby Show. This is the third episode in the Beta Flash series, and in this episode we are continuing the Windows Media Center UI Beta Refresh double episode. In the second part, we are going to look at some improvements in the details dialog, and you're going to get an exclusive preview on two new and alternate themes for the Windows Media Center UI, which many of you have been asking for. So without further ado, let's get right into things. Before we get to the new themes, I wanted to show a little change that has been made. Some of you have been asking about whether it's possible to increase the image size in this dialog. The problem is the space, of course, is limited at the bottom by whatever is there on the individual pages, and it's also limited due to the title display at the top. But there has been a little bit of room for improvement, and there are now two different sizes of the images, depending on the length of the title. In this case, in this example, the title is too long, so we can't have more space at the upper side. But always where the title allows, we have the images now to expand across, to expand to the top, to show them at a larger size. And the problem at the bottom had to be solved as well, and this is going by an automatic scale down. We're gonna see it shrinking or expanding. I hope you like it. I think it's now very close to the maximum of what can be achieved in this kind of layout. Finally, time to get to our very last topic, maybe the one you've been waiting for. Many of you have been asking about whether it would be possible to have different kind of themes for the Windows Media Center UI. Different appearances, different colors, or some just said, I don't like that kind of blue, it looks ancient and outdated. And I had said that it would be quite difficult because the whole UI is built upon bitmaps, and with such a large amount of bitmaps, it's difficult to edit all of them in a way to create an entirely different result, and that what, if at all, it would have to be something that can be applied in a kind of batch processing or applied at a large scale to all the bitmaps at once. Now that I've been into the upscaling of bitmaps, it seemed to be a good time to look into ways to create different appearances for the Windows Media Center UI, and I've come to two ideas for creating a different appearance with a reasonable amount of effort and without recreating all the individual imagery from scratch. And so today I'm glad to present two new themes for the Windows Media Center UI. The first one is Media Center Deep, and the second one is Media Center Dark Steel. In short, MC Deep and MC Dark Steel, while the current appearance will be called MC Classic. So I know it sounds a little bit like a music act, MC Classic, MC Deep, and MC Dark Steel. Okay, just joking. Well, the new themes are not included in today's new version because I need your feedback first regarding the upscaled imagery, the high def UI, to know whether a separation is needed between low def and high def imagery for the new themes. And the second theme is not quite ready yet, maybe just about halfway. But the first one, MC Deep, is just about ready, and if all goes well, it will be available with the next update. The Media Center Deep theme is for all those who've been saying that they don't like the blue color, that the blue would be too intrusive or looking kind of ancient or too light, and they would rather prefer something darker. And that's what the MC Deep theme addresses. It's still pretty close to the original, but it has different coloring. It's much darker. You won't see any light blue tones anymore. It has a higher contrast, a lot less blue, but it's still based on blue coloring. So I'm gonna stop talking. Just take a look at this. You see, the elements are still all retained, but the predominant color is no longer the light blue. It's almost black, close to black, not completely black. So let's take a tour and look around a bit. I'm gonna pause here. You don't need to see the video. Just wanted to show you the UI controls. It's not too far away from the original, but a lot less blue, while being still pretty appealing, having a good contrast and good overall balance of colors and balance between light and dark. Now for the second theme, MC Dark Steel. Dark Steel, this is meant to be much more different from the original than the MC Deep theme. Let's start by taking a look at the start page, the menu page. This is how it's supposed to look like. It uses a lot less color and it has an entirely different background scene. Different logo at the top and quite a few elements with differences. As mentioned before, it's still a work in progress, not necessarily the final state. I want to know what you think about it. So let's take a quick tour around for this as well. Most of the time so far, though, I had spent with the background because there's something special about the background. It's not just a static image, it's an animation. You know, the original Media Center background had an animation as well, and I've been experimenting quite a bit. Essentially, I couldn't really decide about how it should look like exactly. My idea was to have a few balls that are moving around, but I've been fiddling around with this for such a long time that it turned out to be much more than a background. It's probably more a kind of screensaver. And so that's the plan now, to make it a screensaver where different things happen. It's not yet integrated into the Media Center UI, so I'm gonna show you this in a browser. There are a lot of variations built into this. There are different types of balls. Balls can have different sizes. The number of balls shown can vary. The speed at which the balls are rotating can vary. The number of times they are rotating before they're getting back home can vary. So that gives quite a large number of variations in which the animation will be shown in the screensaver case, maybe alongside a few other gimmicks as well. And now we'll close up on this episode with a few example scenes from the Dark Steel animations. For those of you who are technically interested, this 3D animation is special in several ways. It's done with nothing but plain HTML, CSS, and some SVG filter effects. It's not using any 3D web APIs like WebGL or WebGPU or any other standard. There's not even a single line of JavaScript code involved in what you're seeing here. This gets even more interesting when you know that HTML doesn't even support any kind of 3D objects. And finally, my favorite, the way this is done appears to be unique and unprecedented. At least in public space, I couldn't find anything or anybody who's done something alike before. Getting back down to earth, one thing is clear though. The plain end result is a lot less exciting than the technical side. The latter made myself happy while doing it, yet I hope that there will also be some of you getting happy about the new themes. That's it for this time. The new beta with the Ultra HD UI is available now. Feel free to check it out and test. We're looking forward to your thoughts and feedback, either here in the YouTube comments or preferably in the Emby forums. If you like this episode, maybe consider subscribing to our channel or download the Emby Show plugin for Emby Server to get the latest episodes right inside your Emby content and even before it's available on YouTube. Thanks a lot for watching, see you soon and goodbye.